Oh, I'm so happy, I'm so happy that this is so important because our words done through our heart will echo in and will
Oof, eternity.
for eternity. But the most important for me, you just right now touched my heart. I almost couldn't speak in English right now, right? But
Oh,
it touched my heart because it's never wasted. An honest word, a loving thought, a loving kindness is never wasted. And some people get so like appalled or desperate, like they say, like I've done so much kindness or I've said so much.
right.
You never know. Like for me, I don't even know where I learned this from. I would love to pay tribute for it, but thank you for naming it. And for those of you who don't know, they call me Mama G, and plus my children call me Mommy G. So I use emails with them about Mommy G. So if you ever heard Mommy G, that's why. But I talk to me about the difference between living a life of struggle and living a life of where you still need to do the work, right? You and I are very much into
Yes.
still do the work,
Hmm.
those apps or those spiritual enlightened moments are not going to happen just by you watching television. Well, maybe yes, I don't know. You never know. This is a
It's
reality of
exactly.
surprises. But talk to me about the difference of living a life, the struggle versus the taking action without the struggle.
Well, I got that from one of my teachers, actually, Jack Canfield. He wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul, and he does success principles, and he taught me how to just. Oh, sorry, I forgot what I was going to say. My mind just went blank. Sorry.
No,
Oh,
that's perfect because you're in the now. So Jack Canfield taught you about the
yeah,
struggle. Mhm.
about the
See,
struggle.
she cannot
Yes,
even speak about
exactly.
struggle.
Exactly, because you know what you just said is spot on. What he said to us a couple of years ago, he says, I can show you how to do sit-ups, but you will not have any effect on you. You have to do the sit-ups to be able to show. And he said it refers to work, the spiritual work, always showing up and doing your work and being conscious that every day it's like going to the gym. And I use it with my students. My students think that they're going to meditate once and get it. And I said, no, corazón, this is work. This is like going to the gym. The first day that the gym was, it's agony, but you keep going and you keep committing and you keep doing the work. And believe me, you'll have the body you want. You'll have the health you want. And it's the same thing with meditation. If you continue to do the work, and that's what has helped me in life. Just, no one else can do anything for you. You have to do it yourself.
Amen. Preach. Preach, Yolanda. Preach. Throwing those spiritual microphones, like how they say the kids, my kids, like mic drop mom. Well, spiritual mic drop
Hmm.
mom. It
Yeah.
is so true. Like sometimes people, I get emails like, Yvonne, for you it's so easy. I'm like, you didn't see that I've been meditating
Yeah.
since 12 years
You
old,
didn't see me crying. You didn't see me.
Yeah, you don't see the work behind the work. There's work
Yeah.
behind the work, behind the work,
Yeah.
behind the work, behind the work, right? For
Yes.
me, the doing the work. I want people to understand this. For you, it's we're so passionate about it, Yolanda. You and I. That for us, is like it may look for people that, oh, Yolanda, look, she's speaking about this because it's easy for her to meditate. It's easy for her
Hmm.
to have that body. No, she works her
Yeah.
spiritual wings off. I'm trying to be really mindful with my words,
Hi.
And so this work, it's when you understand or understand, like one of my coaches says, when you understand that the work is actually a privilege and a duty of the soul, and you no longer do any excuses or justifications or expect instant gratification,
Mm.
that's when the gratification comes.
Hmm.
There is a lingering effect of doing the work, of meditating, of doing what is right. There is also going to be, the more work you do, the more your frequency is going to elevate, and the more the people that are not meant to be in your life will not be there. And there will
Exactly.
require of you too to step up into the willingness to continue to do the work regardless of what changes in your life. So Yolanda, so what are some of the biggest changes? Let's talk about, you are such a powerful meditation teacher. Plus you've been, I want to talk to you of so many things. You got to come to Vegas and do
I
this.
do. I am.
Yeah, I am. That's it.
I am.
We declared it. So,
Yes.
talk to us about what are the main challenges you had to conquer, and that meditation and your work help you to actually conquer as you went through them. But talk about a little bit about a couple of the challenges you had to go through in order to conquer them and be where you are right now.
Well, I think that you would understand. You'll understand because I'm Mexican and I grew up in this society. So one of the big things was the social pressure that I had from my community, and that was a big job for me because I was moving in a circle where the external was so important, and I had to take myself away from that. So that was one of my biggest things at the beginning. And the work, just being mindful, just being really conscious of, this is something I really want to do. This is something I want to achieve. One of my goals is to become like the Buddha. I know that that's a big goal.
Oh,
to become enlightened.
Yolanda, I don't want to interrupt you, but that's my goal too. I think we need to have a super big goal. My goal is to become a bodhisattva every day.
Yes, me too.
A bodhisattva every day.
Yes,
Like Yolanda,
me too.
Give me 5. But I think we need that big goal because the bigger the goal, the bigger the impulse to go there. So sorry to interrupt you, but I'm just happy when someone says my goal is to become like the Buddha. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. See, the Buddha is my example. Someone who I can see who actually came out of something and became something amazing. So yeah, he's always been was my go-to when I look for anything. Is the Buddha is, hey, the Buddha did it, you can too. I think that's part
Absolutely.
of it. Yeah, I don't think I struggled socially, and with the food with the food part. I also, you've mentioned the food. I also was very conscious about being healthy, being raw, being vegan, and right now I think I just call myself a conscious eater, a conscious teacher about food and eating healthy. Maybe sometimes people want to eat meat and some people want to just eat vegetables.
Yes.
That's cool. Just be conscious that you're peaceful. That's all I'm
that way right now too. I used to be super strict when I studied with David Wolf. It was like raw vegan. It was like, it has to. But nope, like with everything in life, my ego got humbled and I celebrate everything.
Me too.
Celebrate everything.
Me too.
So one of the struggles that I love that one of the struggles, is the social pressure. Tell us a little bit, because right now with social media, I have a lot of, I have the privilege right now to coach really young people. We're talking beautiful. 2021, and they are facing a lot of, eating disorders, body dysmorphic disorders, a lot of social pressure with Instagram and all that stuff. And I always tell them, focus on the lives and your life, on the lives you can serve, not on the likes. So tell me about the social pressure with you. Like how did it look like? If you can give us an example, and how did you overcame that?
Well, I think it looked very glamorous, very beautiful, and very tempting. But I, like I said, I was very focused on becoming enlightened like the Buddha, and I had to say, okay, that's there, but I want to be over on this side where I can just detach like the Buddha did and be able to achieve becoming enlightened. So I would have to remind myself every day, this is something you chose. And sometimes I would cry, and sometimes I would come home from parties and dinners, and, I would tell my husband, no, but I want to go here. I want to do this. I want to achieve that. And I'm not able to. And he said, well, this is something you chose. And remember that that's what you wanted in life. And thank God I had him to remind me of that as well, because it gave me more power to say it's true. I want to be detached to all material things, and just reminding myself every day, this is a choice I made. This is something I want to achieve. This is something I want to get in life. That's,
Wow.
just being my own coach. I've always said that your best coach is
Love
you.
it. Yes. Yes.
And I know everybody goes out there and looking for their guru or looking for their spiritual teacher, but your spiritual teacher is you, because you know when to put that donut down, when to go to the gym, when to
Amen.
not buy those sunglasses.
Yes.
Deep down inside
Yolanda,
of you,
your teacher cannot go to the gym for you.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
like teacher, can you go do abs? Can you do that workout? And a good teacher will say, hell no, you are the teacher. When I studied with Byron Katie, the work of Byron Katie many years ago, one of the things she told me is, it was like, Yvonne, there is no enemy. There is no teacher. There's only you. And I was like, yeah, it's like,
That's
I
beautiful.
love. It's very powerful what you just said that I want to highlight, that remembering that you chose this. And that's personal responsibility, it's, and that's something that I see. It's not that it's missing in the planet, but it's dormant. Because of all of the power that we give, we think, it's an illusion that we can give power away. I know that it's a trend of marketing and a trend on the spiritual community. And I've said it many times before. And I just have had to as I mature and I grow up, hopefully not only older, but wiser, I realized, a lot of things that I used to believe were mental beliefs, thoughts, not really experiential. And now I really believe that I cannot give the power away, because the power, I cannot give a power that I don't even have. If I don't recognize it, how can I even have it? So when I recognize the choice that I am that I am my teacher, because I'm the only one that will make a decision what is bad. And we know, Yolanda.
Yes.
No, I love this. We know. So for anybody listening out there, and you don't give your power, don't make idols of the media, of a guru, of a teacher. I always say it in all my trainings, like, do not believe me. Please do not believe me. Go and try it on for yourself. We are all mediums of consciousness. We're all trying to really just go in our own way to do the best. I'm focused on mastery. I know Yolanda is focused on mastery, but of the self. We cannot do mastery for anyone else, right? We're in our unique individual path. Ours is the goal to be like the Buddha. But in the path of that, collectively, the way we can support one another is to be the best role models that we can for ourselves, not for others, for ourselves, and demolish all the idolatries, the social media. If she has more likes, if he looks more handsome, if she looks more pretty, if they are more handsome, get to do your work. Focus on you. Focusing on yourself is not selfish. It's actually soulful. And from that soulfulness, the selfishness begins to get eradicated. You begin to heal. You begin to do the inner work. And very soon, you'll find yourself having so much confidence, because your confidence doesn't come from the world. It comes from God. I call it confidence. So,
amen to that.
We're preaching the Yolanda and Yvonne Church is live today, everybody. So, Yolanda, you talk to me about your husband and Mark, and I want to have him as a guest.
He'd love to. He'd love to.
What an extraordinary soul. So, I should have you both, because I was going to go into the power of manifestation. So they have an incredible story how they met through Eat, Pray, and Love, and through the Guru Gita and mantra.
Yes.
I remember. See?
That's beautiful.
So we'll have you both together here.
I love it. Yes.
If you welcome us back into your...
We would love to be with you.
So
always.
But of all of these, you... with your husband and with your eating, that everything began to shift, and you begin to reaffirm, I choose, and taking responsibility for your creation. How did, Yolanda began to open up her home publicly for people to go meditate. And I'm telling you, we're from Mexico. In Mexico, there's a lot biases and a lot of beliefs, like you don't open your house, right?
Yeah.
Like the fear component. And this lady,
Yes.
my beloved friend, I see on Facebook